While America struggles, the Democrats are plotting a silent coup, installing Kamala Harris without a single vote cast. If you think our democracy is under attack from within, you need to hear this.
Or too dishonest to admit it, is not fit to serve as commander-in-chief. She lied to us. She lied to all of us, and it's unacceptable. And you know, they never give President Trump an easy path. Kamala Harris, the Democratic elites are trying to install her as their new nominee without her receiving a single vote for president. The media, our friends back there, they call it a coronation. I think there's another word. I call it a coup. In America, we do not crown our leaders, we vote for them. Democrat or Republican, you gotta give the voters a choice. But if there's one thing we've learned about Kamala Harris, it's that she has a hard time winning votes because she's too extreme even for the Democrat Party. Remember, in the 2020 primary, Harris dropped out months before they even cast the first vote. She was so unpopular, she polled in the low single digits among Democrats the entire campaign. She wasn't even in the top 3 in her home state of California, and that is pretty embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason is because Democrats know that the American people would never elect a San Francisco liberal who's so far outside the mainstream. Now, we've got to give some credit to our Democrat friends because they were right in 2020. The American people are never going to elect a wacky, out-of-touch San Francisco liberal like Kamala Harris. Now, I saw the other day Kamala Harris question my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty. And it's an interesting word, simplify, loyalty, because there is no greater sign of disloyalty to this country than what Kamala Harris has done at our southern border. And I'd like to ask the Vice President, what has she done to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps. I went to Iraq for this country. I built a business for this country. And my running mate took a bullet for this country. So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America? And the answer, my friends, is nothing. So let's send a message to the—
Welcome back to Jace Manoa. Before we dive into this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss when we expose the truth the mainstream media refuses to cover. I just watched this speech, and let me tell you, it hit the nail on the head. For years, Kamala Harris has been complicit in one of the biggest cover-ups in modern political history. Joe Biden's mental decline. Anyone paying attention can see he's not up to the job, and yet Harris and the Democrat machine have stood behind him, shielding the truth from the American people, while our enemies around the world watched and waited. That isn't just dishonest, it's dangerous. And now these same elites want to install Harris as their new nominee without her earning a single vote. Think about that. In America, we elect our leaders. We don't crown them like royalty. The media tries to call it a coronation, but it's more like a political coup. If they can bypass voters this easily, what does that say about their respect for democracy? Let's not forget, Harris couldn't even win support from her own party. In 2020, she dropped out of the Democratic primary before a single vote was cast. She was polling in the low single digits, not even cracking the top 3 in her home state of California. That tells you everything. Even Democrats knew she was too extreme, too radical, too far out of touch with everyday Americans. And then she has the audacity to question the loyalty of people who have served this country, built businesses, sacrificed and bled for the flag, while she stood by, doing nothing as our Southern order descended into chaos. Loyalty? There is nothing more disloyal than abandoning your duty to protect this nation's borders and its people. The truth is, Kamala Harris represents everything Americans are sick of: elitism, incompetence, and radical ideology shoved down our throats. The American people deserve better. We need strength, courage, and leadership that puts this country first.